All right, part two with UC head strength and conditioning coach Joe Walker. And coach will move to the defensive side of the ball now. And a young group last year, a lot of guys got their feet thrown directly into the fire, probably burnt the soles of many a feet. Some guys that maybe didn't expect to play, but ended up having to be used. How has this group been for you now, a year older and more ready to go into a season knowing what to expect on the college level?
I think it's the expectations. They know it, and that makes it a lot easier when you're talking about pace in the weight room, order of the weight room, transition in the weight room. The expectations are there. They know who the leaders are for them because they show it. That makes it go really, really smooth. The expectations have definitely risen, and they've met them. They've done a good job.
All right, we'll start again with the big boys up front, defensive ends, and then we'll go inside to defensive tackles. Just who in that group has really had a good summer, and they need. With Silverberry gone, they're kind of in a position where some guys have an opportunity to make a name for themselves.
Yeah, definitely step up. Defensive ends has consistently been the hardest working group we've had since we've been here. We've lost all those Silverberries and Terrell Hartsfields and Gerald Jordans. Those guys were insanely hard workers. Linebackers have really definitely taken over that title. Defensive ends know it because we let them know it. They've done a good job. We've thrown some things at Landon Brazil. It's gotten a lot stronger. Kamani Fitz has gotten bigger. So has Landon. Caleb Ashworth has stepped up and gained a good 20 pounds. Looking at Mark Wilson, he's always hovering around 250, strong, explosive defensive end. LBJ going out there has done a really, really good job. Getting in better shape. He's always physically strong. I think that was one of his downfalls last year. He's definitely going to help us out at defensive end out there. Am I missing anybody else at defensive end off the top of my head? B. Wright has done a good job. He's definitely gained strength, where he's always had the body frame size and type. He's done a good job getting stronger. He's beat all his strength numbers from when he's first gotten here. Extremely coachable group. They know what they've got to do. And again, it comes back to expectations. They know what they've got to do and meet them and get better. They were all above 250 now, and that's huge because we haven't had that with this group since we've been here. It's always been scratching and clawing to get above 240, stay above 245. Hovering that 250 mark, now they're all sitting at 250 plus, and most of them are 255 plus. So done a good job nutrition-wise and strength-wise to maintain that.
Freshmen, Pitts, Ponder, Brooks.
Pitts is, one thing, Pitts is in shape. He can run all day, and he runs his 21-10s, and I don't know if he's even sweated. Good strong base is going to be a good player for us. Really, really coachable, good attitude. Ponder, good footwork, need to get stronger lower body, good base upper body. Does a good job Olympic lifting, which is going to help transfer to being explosive on the field. And then Curtis Brooks, really, really flexible, which is going to help him out being a defensive tackle because he's going to have good center of gravity, really good strong base coming in. Curtis Brooks had a really good strong base coming in, big-time basketball player, so he's being in shape is another big positive for him. Good attitude.
Defensive tackles it used to be very thin there, yeah. And now as you've accumulated over the years, there's pretty good depth and a lot of good competition towards the top of the two deep at the tackle now.
Yeah, they do a good job, and it actually comes back to what we talked about, like quarterbacks. They're all together and they know competition. It was touch and go. Start of the summer, it was kind of like, okay, who's our leader of our group, and our pace, and not really talking to each other, and communication in the weight room. As you saw the summer go, you saw that progress, and it really became helping each other out, picking each other up when somebody's having a bad day, knowing that they've got to get better. Strength in the weight room, I think, was one of their big increases. Got to continue to get in better shape for them. They know it. They are explosive. Thank God we're deep because they're full of fast switch guys. Nobody that's, when we run 21-10s and 20 half-gassers, that's not their strong point. We do our fast explosive movements. That's where they really shine. So being deep definitely helps them out where they can go as hard as they can for 3 plays, rotate them out. And they've always done a good job here defensively rotating those guys out in a scheme, which is coach overall, so that helps out a lot.
And it's Pace, a guy that has really stepped up.
Pace has done a really good job being a leader, really getting back to strength form. Pace is a guy that got to continue to stay in shape for him. He's done a good job. He made all his 2110s for him, so he did a good job with that. Being strong and explosive is not an issue for Pace.
Brought in next
Cortez, I mean, he had a 35-inch vertical for a big man like that.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was pretty impressive. He was 315 plus last year, sitting at 297, so he's a good job nutrition-wise. Always had a strong lower body, trying to match his upper body with his lower body. Does a good job.
Tongamoa, I know.
Tongamoa's strength.
Everybody wants the haka. Do they do it in here?
No, we don't do it in here.
No haka in the weight room?
No, don't do that in the weight room. Tongamoa, his biggest asset is strength. He does a good job being strong, hunkering down, and having a strong lower body, strong upper body. Got to continue to get in better shape. But he understands the pace of the weight room is one thing he's gotten a lot better at, because you're not used to, if they're used to a 3 to 5 minute rest. We're going every 30 seconds to a minute. You're going. He's done a much better job this year than last year. And Tongamoa has also been through, a redshirt year as well. He's grown a lot.
Linebacker. You've mentioned this group has taken over as the stars of the.
Work ethic wise, no doubt.
You got some guys that are jacked.
They do a good job.
Linebacker room.
They do.
Not Jeff Luke, maybe.
That's a whole different thing. When we go over our groups for the day and you see you got linebacker group, you know you're going to have a good day. Because they brought it every day. They were coachable every day. They're energetic every day. Leadership amongst not just them, they'd be seeing the safeties across the way and they'd be cheering them on, and their pace was always one of the first groups always done, and they just didn't worry about themselves. They wouldn't just leave. They'd go make sure another group was finishing good. I think Kennard came back from a majority of workouts to watch another group come back and lift, and obviously Eric Wilson, a good player for us. He's up like 227 pounds.
He's
still the same vertical. Broad jump went up, so he continued to be explosive at a higher weight. Jenkinson, strength numbers through the roof. He's always explosive. His vertical is always going to be high. His broad jumps are always going to be high. He's the type of athlete he is. Jalen Miner has dropped about 5-6 pounds of body fat. Really good work ethic for Jalen Miner. Really kind of kid came in, was just kind of pace of the weight room. He's always a strong kid, but you obviously lose strength when you go at the pace that we go. Has flourished through that, done a good job. TK has become a great leader. He's won a ton of best workers. Really expect TK to be a good player for us, work ethic wise, good leadership wise. Really mature. Has been through a lot of experiences. Really good person. Draper's is an up and coming guy. Draper's redshirted last year. I expect Draper to see a lot of special teams for us and really help them be a productive player for us.
Now Jenkinson, the bench press numbers. You don't want him doing this all the time.
No,
what
strong.
did he max out at?
He did 455 3 times. He has a block, so he's got some shoulder issues. And he had a block, but he did 455 3 times, and I didn't even let him do any more.
You're done for the day.
Yeah, it was pretty impressive.
Ty Sponseller is a kid that I've heard a lot of good things about. How is he?
Yeah, Ty moves really well. Ty's in great shape. It comes back to we said about some of the other freshmen. Really understands Olympic lifts, understands how a body moves and the natural athleticism. You don't have to one coaching cue, and he's got it. So that's really good as far as athleticism goes. Great attitude, great work ethic.
Corner, a lot of these guys finally have some experience, and now they're veteran guys, and I would assume that's a group that's also competing, because there's 3 or 4 or 5 of them that have a chance to see some significant time.
They do. It comes back to, we talked about like D tackles when we started that summer. They were, really, I'm competing against you, to as the summer evolved, it went from being positive with each other and pulling them along and cheering each other on, who was heavy bench and heavy squatting or power clean or doing pulls with plates between the laps and stuff. It became more of a unit as opposed to separate, because you're on an island and it's all about you and all that. But no, it became a good group, realizing, you know what, we need each other just as much to be able to refresh and come back in, to make your job that much easier. So I would give our best credit as far as being the leaders would be Coleman and Lyndon Stevens, as far as understanding what you're trying to accomplish and bringing everybody along.
And then Pickney, also a guy that's battling.
Yeah, JJ's you know, he's a long, lean kid. Got to continue to get stronger. Can run all day. He has the intangibles that you can't coach. Being that tall, that lean, and can move like that. So he'll be a good player for us.
Alex Thomas.
Alex Thomas, extremely athletic. He's up heavier than Alex has ever been. Struggled early on as far as getting in condition. He's always a really strong kid for us. He's really turned a corner as far as being in better shape, which I think is going to help him out, being able to play more plays and compete better.
Redshirt freshman Christian Angulo
Has had a good summer. You know, he's been through redshirt workouts where he's struggled for us, workout-wise, conditioning-wise. He's kept pace this summer, so that's really good as far as being able to step in there and helping out and maturing.
Marquise Smith.
Moves really well. New kid this year, moves really well. Good attitude, high energy. You know, got to continue to get him bigger and stronger because he's a freshman. But the biggest thing with him is his ability to move, and footwork is pretty impressive for being a young guy.
Perry Young, we'll include him in this group, even though he's more of a nickel.
100 mile an hour, nothing is Perry Young. He's 100 mile an hour, nothing.
I know everybody is very excited.
Yeah, he's up to 208.
Oh wow! So he might be more of a linebacker.
No,
like that hybrid nickel type.
I'll let them deal with that. Coachable.
He's not skinny.
No, he's not skinny at all. Big, broad shoulders. Work ethic is really well. Again, the biggest thing is he's 100 mile an hour, and that's, you can't coach that. He's got that.
So safety. And before we get done here, you've got the Coach Zach Edwards, who feels like he's been here almost as long as Tion Green.
Yeah, he's been here a while. Zach's had a good summer. You know, again, he's been here so long. He's been through the routine, understand this. You've got to make sure that you don't fall into that routine. He's done a good job trying to get better senior year, because it does feel at some point in time that it's another summer. And I believe he was gray shirt when he first got here. So Zach has done a good job making sure he doesn't fall into that lull that last summer.
Go back to the last position we were talking about with Perry Young, Mike Tyson, who has stepped into that nickel spot and seems to really have embraced that and accepted that role.
I would say the other part of the leader on this defense is Mike Tyson. You watch him through the weight room. He's probably one just as many best workers within his group and with his defense as anybody else. Work ethic has done a really good job. Has grown as a person a ton. You know, he's a father. He's got a young son. He asks about his son all the time. He just gets life. He gets what he's here to do. Get a degree. Try to be the best football player he can. A really good person. Doesn't hurt the fact that he's, you know, big, strong, athletic, and run all day. Kind of usually helps it out. But as a person, he does a really good job.
Two guys that will probably be battling for time regularly: Tyrell Gilbert and Malik Clements.
Yeah, Ty, pound for pound, is ridiculously strong. 100 mile an hour, nothing. You know, and it gets him early in the summer, because he is 100 mile an hour. He ain't got nothing. And he's done a much better job getting 100 mile an hour more often. Good attitude. Good work ethic, starting to get it as far as life as well. I mean, he's got a little girl. Just understands what he's here to do now. Take care of business, take care of his life, take care of school, take care of working. Really grown as a person.
Guy I thought had a pretty good spring, Carter Jacobs. Took advantage of having Zach have some injuries throughout the spring, and he really seemed to embrace that and jump on it.
Carter, the biggest thing, Carter's professional. He's coming to work. He's going to give you everything he's got. He's going to do extra, and he's going to leave. There's no ifs or buts about it. He's going to come down and do what he's got to do. Do it the best that he can. Do some extra. Go home, take care of his business outside of here, schooling, whatever he's got. Wake up, do it again the next day.
Devin Pierce, junior college guy coming in.
Really athletic. It comes like first time we watched him Olympic lift, it was one coaching cue, and he got it. Understood how his body moves, good footwork. Came in really good shape. You know, as a junior college kid, how much do you run compared to how much do we run? And coming in that late, came in, didn't miss a stride. With our guys, wanted to do more, and you know, obviously take precautions and do every other rep and stuff like that. And good work ethic, good person, does a good job.
Sheldon Dawson. Get my
Yeah,
the other
Sheldon
one I'm
Dawson
missing.
was one of ton of best workers. Sheldon Dawson been through redshirt workouts, so he's fun. He's he's the type of kid you can throw anything at him and he's going to do it. And he's going to do it the best that he can. There's nothing that he's not going to try to do.
All right. Any special teams guys that have had a good summer?
Gantz, he's one of some best workers, even over some of our special our skill players. Gantz has really stepped up and done a good job. A being a leader, work ethic. For a kicker, loves the weight room, knows it's helping him out. Comes in, does a lot of extra mobility, core, anything extra he can do. He does a good job.
That's it. The rest of the special teams guys do what they normally do.
No, they're good. But you just want to stand out. I mean, he's always in here doing extra core stays after. You always see him bend, stretching, doing some thoracic mobility, some hip strengthening. He's always doing extra. Always going to a kicking camp, trying to get better.
He's a regular at those.
Yes,
See, you have a different philosophy than like at football practice because they show up at the beginning, then they leave, and you don't see them for like 2 hours. And they come back at the end. You make them work the whole way through. The special teams guys.
Yeah, they come down to the weight room and work out. They just don't leave. So they've got to come in, and obviously depending on the day, whether it's an Olympic day or a rotational power, rotational stability day. Because you have them a lot. I mean, it might be an upper body lifting day because having a stronger, better looking upper body is all confidence things for them. And they are young. They do wear shoulder pads. They want to look good in their shoulder pads. We throw that out there for them. You have a lower body day for them, a dynamic lower body day for them. They get after it during practice. They just don't go and play cards at wire basket practice. No, they're down here working. Yeah.
Is this team ready for camp? And
Yeah,
of the teams you've had, where is this team at in terms of being ready?
Our skill guys ran 2,200 yards worth of sprints. Big guys ran 2,000 yards worth of sprints. Big skill ran 2,000 yards worth of sprints. Excuse me, big guys ran 1,800 yards worth of sprints. Majority of them made all their time, so they've got a good base into camp. And that's what you're looking for. I don't think you really want to get into camp in tip-top shape and never make it through camp. You can't match the intensity of a game. You've got to get in good enough shape where you're trying to get them in shape the best you can for when their coaches have that drill. They can do that drill over and over and over, and obviously the footwork they want. If they can't be in shape for that, obviously we're not going to get any better. It takes time to get in football shape. It just doesn't happen.
Right.
We've done a great job 7-on-7. Our attendance has been phenomenal from what the players tell us. That's something you got to take into account as a strength coach. Now they're pretty much doing 2-a-days. So we're throwing Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. Majority of our kids are there. You got to take that yardage into account, and that's like doing a 2-a-day. So you've got to understand when they're starting to break down, well, it's time to back off. And they've done a good job with that. We've done a good job tapering for that and getting into camp. Really, really fresh and not too many injuries or anything like that going into camp, so we should be good.
All right. Thanks a lot, Coach Joe Walker, UC Strength and Conditioning Coach for the football program. Excellent stuff, and we appreciate it. Thank you.